Digimon! It's fun doing this because it feels like I'm just gonna like, oh geez, that's a bad attack to use here. Because I'm just like getting revenge on lots of the enemies, or lots of the Digimon that I found annoying throughout this game. Not because I think they're annoying characters or anything, but because they are annoying to fight. Good job. Just treading on ours. Ooh, super invincibility frames. I've only done damage to myself so far, and it's actually nearly matched the damage I've done to him. Well, see, I want to do that and make it work, but it doesn't happen. There we go. Use what I have. And since he's gonna have fun here anyways, and one of the main reasons for not using this, I guess, is that it really gives fun of evolution. Oh, what? That was interesting. That was a smart way of breaking out of that combo. But, jeez. Smash.
You'll never be a match for me.
You win.
Alright.
Ready? Rumble.
It could have gone worse, I guess. Yeah, at least he got cooled off after all that fire. I just need to now use this attack, I guess. I want to use it. I want to make it work. It feels nice when that attack works. I think part is because I want to use that after how annoying it was to be hit with. Similarly, here's how I use this. Jeez. That attack it acts very strange in some places. Also, speaking of strange attacks, apparently you can interrupt the fire or the summoning animation for this attack, but as you see multiple times now, you cannot interrupt. On the other hand, the fire itself appearing. So even if I get interrupted doing the attack,
Back down to where you belong.
the fire will still appear, and can for instance hit an opponent that's knocked me out of, or that's currently got me in a combo, or whatever you want to call it. Now Reaper on.
Ready? Rumble.
Oh! New colors! That's probably a really good thing, actually. Are you allowed in other places to have multiple characters playing as the same guy, actually? Oh no! I got grabbed. Thankfully. Oh no! This guy actually knows how to break out my attacks, apparently. Are you able to have multiple characters playing as the other Digimon, or is this just is this the only case where you can have? Jeez. Is this good music? I feel like it is. So my question being, can you play as have doubles of other Digimon on the screen at once, and they also have alternate textures, or is it just
Ready?
this case? Yeah, that's so satisfying. Darn it, he managed to grab me out of that afterwards, though. Which is precisely what I want to do to him. Man, he knows exactly how to break my ultimate attack, apparently, which I guess if anyone who's going to know how to do that will be him. See, even after that attack hits me, I managed to hit back. It seems though like his AI still refrains from actually using his ultimate attack in most cases. So that was pretty easy. Wow!
Back down to where you belong.
You win.
That's interesting though, new music. No more credits though, I imagine? Let's try to watch all of them. So, what was this game like? By the way, do I want to play this game as... I'll make a decision later on whether I want to try to play this on hard as anyone later. Probably just as Digimon, because otherwise it's gonna be impossible for me to do well, probably. But what was this game like for me? I think it was alright. I think with how awkward through and through in some places. Namely me not really being able to work out how to consistently grab. Like, I understand how it works because it's basically a forward tilt, but I can't consistently pull it off for as much as I want to. But there were a few more characters in this game I was expected, which was cool. Some of the local characters were just kind of clones, which I wasn't big on. Others were cool. Young Tai, older Tai. And I guess the tamers being included was kind of nice too, as well. Although it's like I can count much on that since I don't remember watching the show, even though I did. Beyond that, though, speaking of them, the pacing of the fight in this game is really messed up by all the constant pauses in the fight, namely for Digivolution, which I'm not too big on. I think Digivolution mechanic itself works fairly nicely, although it feels kind of pointless sometimes when you and your opponent develop it at the same rate in most cases. So you're always Digivolve at the same time. The cases where that's not the case are a bit more interesting. I don't think I should have gotten any points. That wasn't a very honest playthrough. Oh, you know, I don't have a way of setting up a second controller. Oh. I might have to restart the emulator or something if I try to do that.
Digimon Rumble Arena.
Thank you, Guillemon. Oh wait, but I can do versus computer. I can choose who the computer is.
What Digimon are you gonna play with, huh? Which one?
Guillemon is all together here in the menu. I don't see what the point of the minigames is, really. I guess it kind of tries to break things up a little bit, but...
Oh,
No, not allowed. Well, if I do this.
no. Oh, no.
No, that's interesting because I just did that, but okay. But you have, what, 2 minigames? 3?
Do it, Agumon!
You have 3. For some reason I only ever got one of them, really? Well, I'm stuck. I cannot go back. I passed the point of no return. No, I chose the same minigame as always.
Those are the rules.
You don't need to explain how it works. Thank you, Guillemon. I can't
Ready.
comment too much on the specific
Rumble.
selection Digimon or anything like that either, unfortunately, since... It's weird, yes, it's usually on top, not the bottom. Since I don't remember much about the show.
What Digimon are you gonna
It is interesting how some characters are unlocked in different ways, like Groupamon for having beat the boss. Blackborimon, I think it has something to do with the fact that I was challenged by Blackborimon and beat them at one point. Well, maybe since you have more characters that were like that, like in Digimon 1.0 or 2. And you can have Trixie and thinking you're gonna have 2 unlockable characters here when it's actually just Impmon, and then he gets Beelzemon in turn as well. Selling characters are interesting too, though, because there's a variety in how they play. For instance, Renmon and Impmon, namely, and some of the boss like Digimon.
What Digimon are you gonna play with, huh? Which one?
They also have handicap, which is interesting.
Oh, no.
But there is another Reapermon. You jerk. I also like that you can unlock the solely powered up forms, although that doesn't seem much point to it. Especially since you can't use them in Adventure for some reason, but you can use the bosses? I don't know why that is. curious what this actually does.
You can do it, Digimon.
I disagree. That one rotating stage is such a pain too because it constantly interrupts the game. The flow of this is a little lacking. But the control scheme is really kind of consistent across characters, so he doesn't take too long to figure out a new character, which I kind of like. So that's how that works. So you just have less health. That
You
works.
win. Ready? Rumble.
As you start with less health. Not quite a perfect, but oh well.
You'll never be a match for me.
You
1 minute fit over
win.
Digimon Rumble Arena 2. The characters actually have dialogue. I appreciate that. Not that much personality comes through anyways, but it's something you don't get in the sequel, which is very strange to me. There's one thing I should probably talk about, and I guess I won't go on about in too much depth. I'm basically just running out the clock here for this episode. I can just briefly see what it's like on hard mode, but I don't think I'm gonna try to go through the whole adventure mode that way. Out of curiosity, you change all of your whatever here, it seems. On this, this uses all the buttons, doesn't it? Yeah, not a lot of buttons to choose from. Ah. I do like when you can customize controls. That is cool. Not that there's really much to worry about customizing, but you can. I like that. Oh! You know, I forgot. I was going to see if there were passwords to put in. Give me a moment here. But, so, there's, one might say, a third Digimon Rumble Arena title that came much later, is really much more of a spiritual successor. And that is Digimon All-Star Rumble. Now, actually, one would think I might play that at some point. I don't think I'll play it immediately after this, but someday probably. Probably not in the too far future. Especially since Digimon's kind of fresh on my mind now after having played this. Oh, oops. Internet issues. Weird music here. Let's get out of this menu for a second here. Oh, wait, no. But let's try into the password. Let's have some fancy music here for a second. So how do we go on cheats? And there's a whole, whenever I get to All-Star Rumble, there's a whole thing I'll say about it whenever I get to that and I actually decide what I want to do with it, but I don't know what I want to do with it. Okay. So there's some codes to unlock characters, and that seems to be all it is. The codes themselves are interesting. Oh, here's how I actually unlock the characters. I was wondering about that. Black Greymon, complete the game once without losing, undefeated basically. That's got, I got the impression. So I guess the one time I did unlock Black Greymon was because I beat Black Greymon the one time, but then continued to lose afterwards. Imperial Digimon Paladin mode, complete the game with Digimon and Wormmon, that makes sense. Reborn, complete with anyone. Omimon, Agumon, and Gabumon, that makes sense. These are fusion characters. Hitmon, complete the game with Guilmon, Renamon, and Dariamon. Okay, so in some cases you just have to unlock a bunch of characters. Oh. Apparently you can do this. It's a weird little secret.
Which Digimon are you gonna play with, huh? Which one?
Ooh. So if you hold select, you can have both characters you have both select the same character. So that means, oh man, but I don't want to. It's gonna take forever if I try to go through and see all of the characters at secret or extra outfits.
Ready? Rumble.
But I do really want to see what they are. I'll look at 1 or 2 or something.
What Digimon are you gonna play with, huh? Which one?
Gabumon, show them who's back. Go get him, Gabumon.
Not the arena that I wanted, but it doesn't matter. I'm not actually gonna fight there. But so that's a solid maybe for me at one point playing sequel or successor to this. Maybe I mean more of a probably. Odd little palette change there.
What Digimon are you gonna
Was
play
that kind
with,
of
huh? Which one?
though I don't think they're quite inverted colors. So you're not, I mean, they got a secret. You have to hold select to have both characters be the same. But they bothered having the actually implementing extra textures for each character. Bada boom. Oh, you see, this way I can actually see what the different characters, unlock what characters' attacks are called. No, they're not quite. Oh, geez, dude, calm down. I never fought an AI in fine. They are very annoying. And the music? What determines the music? The music seems to want to do this too.
What Digimon are you gonna play with, huh? Which one?
They all seem to just be kind of like different colors. Generally opposing colors, like complementary colors, probably for the sake of making them as distinguishable as possible. But none of them seem to be anything like ultimately that interesting. It doesn't seem like there are any like really Easter eggs in the designs. Like, doesn't seem like the alternate Gabumon is not Black Gabumon or anything like that, which would have been cool to implement. But
Ready?
Gabumon is still Gabumon. In fact, Gabumon is actually not very different in the slightest. This music. Goodbye. Wait. Oh wait, that was the AI that fell off. Jeez. Yes, see, the Gabumon designs are not different enough. Okay, the last one I think. Oh, I'm curious about Digimon too. Darn it. Curious about the designs that lost these guys.
You gotta win, Renamon. You gotta win, Renamon.
This also makes it really. Oh, I think the art on each side is not actually quite mirrored. I thought for a while it was, but no. Certain parts of the, like her belt, was actually the same on each side.
Rumble.
And her face was. That's a long time to fall there.
Digi?
Is this music I haven't heard until now or something? What is this? So you can actually just up or down. Interesting. In the air. And I doubt it's gonna make it interesting. Those ones are just mirrored. But, like, asymmetric parts of their outfits are actually made to look correct, which is cool. So they're actually separate images, the mirrored versions of the tamers. Also, I guess you can see loading screens for... I kind of mentioned this. You can see loading screens. Whoa, that is mirrored. Or, complementary colors. Yeah, play the music game. I guess it plays out if you have both characters playing each other, or like both are the same character.
What Digimon are you gonna play with, huh?
There's one other little thing.
Go ahead, pick your favorite Digimon.
So apparently if I hold R1 and select someone, I'll do something a bit more interesting. Yes, I do want to see. Oh wait, you know? Can I see the names of characters?
Oh no!
Oh hush. That's the design that I recognize. I don't know if I ever watched the second season actually now I think about it, because I recognize the first. I recognize the young versions. I also saw in the credits that there were credits for young Tai. I was like, wait a minute, was there a younger and older Tai in this game? Maybe there was. I just didn't notice. But I think probably what's going on here is you have the alternate designs for I have alternate trainers, alternate tamers. So for Agumon, so basically anyone that was in the first season, you can get the younger version by holding R1 when you select the character. That's interesting. Is there anything else I want to see with this? I don't think so. Oh yeah, because I want to see the loading screen. That is cool. So all they also have
Ready? Rumble.
alternate loading screens. It's cool music though. So I wish I could just show all of these old things, but it would take too much time. And you guys at home now know how to see these things if you want to too. So you can see loading screens with names for the attacks of all the characters, for instance, and things of that nature. I just want to see everyone, all the young versions, to see if how many of them I actually recognize. Which other characters can I do this for? Agumon, no, they'll just give us young Tai. You already know that. There's a Paimon. See if I recognize these guys. I'm not gonna know their names or anything.
Let's go, Agumon!
Agumon! Watch out!
And they've got different voices too, I believe. I wish I could go back now. I have to actually select a stage. Yeah, I guess I only ever watched the first season though. Like I wasn't even sure. I always thought I'd seen bits of both, but nope. That's just not what I remember about this. Come on, Digimon and see. Well, no, is this just the music that always plays in this mode or something? I want to hear the different dialogue that you Digimon though, real quick. Get down here. Oh, did I really the Town hard? I think I did.
Digivolution.
That's a secret too. That's how things were back in the day.
Yes, one Digiball!
Like actual hidden content that you just have to learn about from someone whose uncle works in Nintendo. Like they had people record lines for these characters, and they got art for these characters, which it probably just is cut out from the show, but still, that most people will never ever see. And the last two. I don't recognize the guy in left in the slightest. Not in the absolute slightest. But yeah, I recognize Garamon's favor. I admit though, I do like the even bigger cast of Realm Arena too, even though it does exclude some characters I would expect to have been included. It would be cool to have Imon, for instance, but... Okay, now we're just using totally random music. Okay, I guess that's all of that, though. I don't think the other palettes to see are anything special. Of course, it would be cool to see more dialogue and pictures of other characters and whatnot, but it is what it is. You guys can see that yourself if you want to, I guess. And Son has probably also already made a video of that or something. Anyways, as is tradition, you get a slightly longer extra final episode, which is most surprising things that most people probably want to watch anyways, but that's what we do around here, I guess. So I'll see you guys next time in whatever I play next. I legitimately don't know what that's going to be. Huh. I'll get back to you on that. I don't know. Maybe I will just not know what to do and play All-Star Rumble next. I don't think I will. I think I'll at least have one game buffer in between, if not more. But it's on the list. I do have a literal list. It's a big list. But, well, I'll do something next time, whatever that is. Anyways, bye everyone.